This next example is going to follow the same format as the one we just did over here. Thinking of just the leading coefficients, this polynomial is going to resemble the multiplication problem 318 times 14, because we have leading coefficients of 3, 1, and 8, and 1 and 4. So setting up our multiplication for this, 3c cubed, and here's where that 0 placeholder term comes into effect. You can see that this one skips straight from cubed to just a c term. The c squared term is missing. So I'm going to put a plus 0 in there to hold its place. And the reason I do that is that then when I go to do the adding step, I'll still have all my terms lined up in the proper columns. So I really should have written this as 3,118 and 104, because you can see the c term is missing in this polynomial. So 3c cubed plus 0 plus c minus 8 is going to get multiplied by, this is where our squared term would have been, so the c squared is going to go under that. I'm going to put in another one of those placeholder zeros. So I'll make those red too. And then put the plus 4 under the 8. So when I go to multiply these together, negative 32, a 4c, 4 times 0 is still going to leave me with 0, and then 12c cubed. The next column will all be blank, and just like when this occurs in whole number multiplication, you multiply the 4 and put the answers there. And then rather than multiplying 0 and having a whole string of zeros, you can move over here to the hundreds place. You just have to put 2 0 placeholders in before multiplying your 1 times each of those terms. So we're going to do the same thing here. We'll put in 2 0 placeholders, and then we can multiply through our c squared term. So c squared times negative 8 is going to be negative 8c squared. C squared times c is c cubed. C squared times 0 is 0. And c squared times 3c cubed is 3c to the 5th. Adding these together, my constant terms are a total of negative 32. Here's 4c, a negative 8c squared. Finally, some to add together, a positive 12c cubed and another c cubed will give me a total of 13 c cubes. And then this 0 term, since it is a 0 term, we don't have to include it in our polynomial. So since there weren't any c to the 4th terms, we'll skip over those and come right here to the c to the 5th.